Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Lasham Daily Brief on Saturday, 13th of January, 2024. So, synoptic situation then at the moment. We're underneath this very large area of high pressure. You can see it spreading all the way out into the Atlantic and across into Europe. And that's leaving it as a very, very slack northwesterly flow at the moment. And there's some approaching fronts going to hit us later on this evening, maybe from the north. The good thing about that is it may sort of throw some of the mist away later on today. So if we look later on, this is for 12 o'clock now. The cold fronts are a lot closer. We've got almost zero wind here at Lasham for the afternoon. This front is obviously approaching, but it's not going to be a threat during our flying day. But as I mentioned earlier, with a bit of luck, that might just clear away some of this low-hanging mist that we've got at the moment. Spot winds really are indicating variable winds with upper winds 340, 010, northerly, something like that, sort of slack, very slack winds really, and there's not a lot of movement at the moment, which is a bit of an issue. Cloud, we haven't got cloud per se as in frontal type clouds, but we have got this low hanging mist that you can see outside. It's pretty well spread throughout the country. And at the very top of the screen now, you'll see some of the deeper cloud that's associated with that cold front, nowhere near us, as I mentioned. If you go a bit to the right, you can see down the bottom, you see this lighter area of low-hanging, misty sort of cloud that we got here at the moment. No rain at all during our flying day, which is obviously good for the prediction, and the actual rain radar is showing nothing. I guess if I zoom out further, you can start to see some of the cold frontal type of rain that's associated with that front later, and running through the day at 2 o'clock. We're actually not going to have rain here at all. It's really just going to be this low-hanging mist. Local area forecast is showing overcast all day up till about 3 o'clock, and it's saying temperature chance of rain. I agree with that as rain per se, but we are going to suffer with this mist, I think. Wind direction, slack northeasterly, 4 knots on the ground. Temperature 1 degrees. It's going to feel a little bit cold, but not much because there isn't a lot of wind. It's saying visibility is good. I can't agree with that, I'm afraid. If you look out, go outside, you'll see it. Max temperatures today, we're talking about 3, maybe 4 degrees, and the minimum temperature around about 2. View outside of the Alton's window looking north is exactly what we've got outside at the moment. It's sort of very grey and murky, really. Temperature at Lasham at the moment, just off 4 degrees, dew point just off 1, and very, very slack winds from the north. Do you want to go on holiday? Okay, so Odium are giving us at the moment a 6-knot breeze from the northwest, 5,000 meters visibility and mist, and their forecast hasn't updated because it's a Saturday. But if we go forward to Farnborough, see if they're any better. Yeah, so they're indicating 5 knots from the northwest, 7,000 meter visibility, overcast at 700 feet, which is pretty well what we got outside, and with a forecast of 6 knots from the west northwest later, broken clouds at 1,200 feet, between 1 and 6 o'clock, 8,000 meters, broken clouds at 7, and light drizzle. Scattered clouds throughout the day. So pretty well what we got out the window for our flying day, I think, is not going to change. So the top meteo is showing all this low mist and cloud that we have down here. So this at 9 o'clock this morning. If I run through 10 o'clock, around about 11 or 12, you can see that it's actually showing it's clearing here slightly. Now, that could be, as I mentioned earlier, the clearance associated with this cold front that is slowly coming south. It may just be trying to push some of that mist away. So there is a small opportunity, maybe later on, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, that we may actually have a window where it would be safe to operate. Might be okay for the youth group this afternoon, perhaps. And there's no NOTAMs to affect us today. So operationally then, if we do set up, I think we have a very, very slight a northerly flow at heights, but very variable on the ground. So we'll operate off runway 27, the launch point in the usual place on the runway, landing to the north or south on the grass. The grass around here is all perfectly usable now, by the way. The wind should be offset slightly to the north, given the fact that any northerly drift could drift the cables towards 2XL. So the guys will have the winch a little bit further up the runway, so any cables dropping in that direction won't be a problem. Any error tows, if we do them at all, will be on the southern side as normal. So unusually then for a Saturday, we do have two movements today, two departures, both heavy, one at 12:30 and one at 2 o'clock. Low cloud and mist are going to be the problem for the bulk of the day. We may be all right later on this afternoon. We have all three serviceable gliders serviceable still, luckily, at the end of the week. So 778, Charlie and Hotel are both available. And the simulator is fully serviceable, and we might want to use that this morning for sure. Mike Birch is here with me today, and between us we'll run the field. I'm supposed to be doing some motor gliding with Henry first thing. I think we might struggle to do that. We might have to make that later on. But I will see you guys either later on this morning or at briefing tomorrow morning. Thank you very much for your time. Bye.